What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be counting down the top 5 best online slots that you guys can play at home, and what's awesome about these slot games is that you can play them on a bunch of different online casinos, all of which give you free bonus spins and even some free credit to try the slot games. I'm going to link all the best casinos in the description, so be sure to check those out if you want to play some slots, and anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the countdown. At number 5 we have Buffalo Rising Slots. It has 6 reels, 4 rows, and has some of the best bonus features out there. The medium variance of this slot and the fact that it has a high payout percentage of 96.5% are two of the main reasons that this has become such a popular and award-winning slot. It has over 100,000 paylines and a max payout of 10,000 times your bet, which is great for people who are new to slots. It's very simple to follow and play, and you can place a minimum bet as low as 10 cents. If you're interested in some higher roller slots, this might not be the one for you since the max bet is $10, but later in the list I do have some other slots that might be for you. Some of them even have up to $100 as a max bet. But anyways, this slot features symbol drops, which gives you random multipliers to your winnings, as well as bonus games that can give you up to 15 free spins and unlimited win multipliers. So if you want a chance to get a very high multiplier on slots, Buffalo Rising is definitely a great pick.
We can ban Kusavova, because, like, what the fuck are you giving me wrong information? Every single time, fucking nine. Oh yes, that's a good one. The multiplier is actually pretty fucking high and we still got 7 spins to go. One good hit with that feature. That it gives those freaking turning symbols that they are actually premiums. Oh, kings. Now we need to get wolf or bear to the first. Gaming-iltaa. Oh, come on. Do it now. Oh! Hello, YouTube! I'll take it! Come on, something nice at the end also.
Next up we have Jammin Jars at number 4, which looks kind of like the Candy Crush mobile app if you've ever played it. It has an 8x8 grid of reels and rows and has 36 paylines. The variance is very high, but it returns 96.8% to the player on average. And considering you can get up to 50,000 times your bet, Jammin Jars is one of the best paying slots despite its lack of paylines. The minimum bet is only 20 cents, but you can also bet up to $100 if you're a high roller, so by far the best thing about Jammin Jars is the rainbow feature, which is randomly triggered after any collapse or cascade that didn't return in a win. So a rainbow will fill your screen, leaving behind oversized fruit symbols which burst into a bunch of different positions on the grid, and it'll leave a bunch of matching fruits behind. This combo often results in a bunch of huge multipliers, which can go all the way up to 50,000, and considering that you can bet on a high, very high stakes of $100, you can definitely make a ton of money by getting those random triggers and building up huge combos.
I like this game. Whoa. And again. Oh my god. And it does it by 17. Does it? No? 61. Oh shit. Oh wow. Oh, my heart is going. Oh. Ah, 4 grand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you know, I was nearly not going to play this as well, weren't I? I said no Jammin Jars.
At number 3, we have Book of Dead Slots, which is a 5-reel, 3-row slot game. It has up to 10 paylines of your choice. You can go from 1 to 10 depending on how much you want to bet, and returns 96.2% to the player on average. The variance for Book of Dead is very high, but the max payout is 5,000 times your bet, making it a very good choice. You can bet as little as 10 cents and up to $100, so it's perfect for whether you're a high roller or just a low bettor. They even have an autoplay function if you guys want to try and use that. They have a button where you can basically just keep playing without even having to be there. It'll automatically hit any kind of bonuses, and it will also re-trigger anything that you don't have to click with yourself. As for bonus features, the Book of Dead slot has just one to offer, and when the book symbol appears as a scatter, 3 or more will be needed anywhere on the reels to trigger the free spins feature, as well as a payout of 2, 20, or 200 times your bet. Then you'll enter a sacred chamber where you get rewarded with 10 free spins. So that might sound a little bit complicated, but basically all you have to do is get three or more book symbols, and you'll get a random multiplier of 2, 20, or 200 times your bet. And so despite the high variance, Book of Dead has a lot of retrigger potential, because what will happen is you can get, say, 3 books, and then 5 books, then 6 books. You can keep on retriggering and get even more spins. If you get into the Sacred Chamber, you can just keep on matching all those wins and get even more free spins. So I definitely recommend this one if you guys are into retriggering as well as the autoplay function.
Ah, ça fait 10 000 euros ça? 10 135 euros, ma plus belle win. Merci win-win. Boum, ça mérite un clip. Attendez.
Next up at number 2, we have Rick and Morty Slots, which is a new and very entertaining slot game. Now, this is one of my personal favorites because I honestly love the show Rick and Morty, and it kind of has that type of humor and kind of flair to it. There's always a bunch of jokes, and it's just really fun to play because they always make kind of funny sounds, and they have a bunch of famous quotes from their show. There's 6 reels and 4 rows, and you can win in 117,000 different ways. The Rick and Morty slot is extremely known for its high 97% return to the player, and even has a maximum payout of 50,000. The minimum bet is only 20 cents, and you can also bet up to $20, but the best part about Rick and Morty slots is their bonus features, which include free mystery spins, Vindicator free spins, Federation wild spins, and Pickle Rick free spins. So although the variance is very high on this slot, there's multiple different ways to get free spins and retriggers. Personally, what I like the best about this slot is the humor. It's also super fun to play, so definitely recommend this one if you guys are into Rick and Morty, and it also has a bunch of retrigger value.
But still a good hit. Oh, that was premiums. Rub-a-dub-a-dub-dub! Yeah, Ross. You see? Rub-a-dub-a-dub-dub! That's 1000x. That's 1000x on Rick and Morty. 9s. Decent. Jacks. I told you Rick and Morty will pay. I told you Rick and Morty will pay. Yeah, baby! Rub-a-dub-a-dub-dub!
Finally, at number 1, we have Starburst, which is perhaps one of the most popular and well-known slots out there. The reason I put it all the way at the top is because the variance is much lower while still giving you a very, very good chance at racking up wins. Starburst is famous for its retrigger potential, which I'll get to in a moment, but it has 5 reels, 3 rows, and 10 paylines with a 96% return to the player. Although the max payout is only 500 times your bet, you'll notice that you get significantly more combos on this slot. There's no free spins function, there's no free spins function, but Starburst focuses on the Starburst wild symbol because substituting for all symbols, it only appears on reels 2, 3, and 4, and when one of them appears on any of the 3 middle reels, you'll trigger the Starburst Wilds feature. Basically what the Starburst Wild is it'll expand all over the entire reel and give you a wild reel, which remains locked in position with a free respin awarded. If another Starburst Wild appears, the process is repeated to give you another wild reel and a respin. So basically, the wild symbols act as a retrigger to get an even better payout, which is what makes Starburst so great. That's why I put it at my #1 list, because it is super reliable and you can always get really high combos, so definitely be sure to check it out if you want a low risk slot game.
Oh no, last spin. Well, okay, one more.
Hey, go
Two more.
1500.
Aye.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm proving it now. What the fuck are you doing?
Shh. I'm getting this. Booyah!
The fuck?
Lastly, before I end the video, I wanted to add an extra explicit slot to the end of this list. A Night with Cleo is a 5-reel, 3-row slot with 20 paylines and returns 92.5 to the player on average. The variance is fairly low, but the max payout is 10,000 times your bet. The main attraction, apart from gambling wins to see Cleopatra half nude, is the progressive jackpot. Now, the jackpot increases based on the total amount you're betting on the machine, and when you hit the jackpot, you receive whatever amount that sums up to. There's no cap on the jackpot, so the potential is pretty much endless. Thank you all so much for watching my top 5 slots countdown, and I hope you all found a slot game to try out for yourself. If you guys want some free spins or free credits on online casinos, be sure to check out the description for a bunch of different links to online casinos that offer these slot games. Anyways, good luck gambling, and peace out.